Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And I know there's been a lot of doomers out there trying to discourage you, saying how popular Kamala Harris is and how great she's doing in polling and everything like that, trying to persuade you to just stay home. Don't even bother to go out and vote. It's what they're trying to do to you, the mainstream media and others out there, even the never Trumpers out there trying to persuade you to not go out and vote. When in reality is that she really hasn't moved a needle at all, even though we see all this enthusiasm from the media and others, and people who seem to be energized. Is really not that she is gaining popularity, just that the Democrats that were already going to vote are a little bit more excited to vote for Kamala than they were Biden. And this is what CNN had to admit. They were forced to admit this to their audience, and I'm sure their audience is disappointed to hear that Trump is still the favorite. Let's go ahead and take a look at this clip from CNN over here, where their pollster has to deliver the bad news to the audience and the other guests. Let's take a listen.
Those states I mentioned, those Great Lake battleground states, Trump was underestimated by 9 points on average at this point in 2016. How about 2020? It wasn't a one-off. Look at this. He was underestimated by 5 points on average. And of course, Kamala Harris's advantage in those New York Times Siena College polls were 4 points in each of these key battleground states: Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. The bottom line is this. If you have any idea, if you're a Kamala Harris fan and you want to rip open the champagne bottle, pop that cork, do not do it. Donald Trump is very much in this race. If we have a polling shift like we've seen in prior years from now until the final result, Donald Trump would actually win. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I am saying that he is very much in this ball game based upon where he is right now, and compare that to where he was in prior years.
We certainly heard the Harris campaign saying we have to keep fighting.
Absolutely.
This is definitely not over. All right. Let's talk about enthusiasm and how that translates actually. We are quite a ways out, again, 3 months about.
Yeah, yesterday I was mentioning, the enthusiasm for the Democratic ticket was up.
Yep.
But that enthusiasm is not the same thing as going out to actually vote. And there's a different question, which essentially says, how certain are you actually going to go out and vote? And this is the top range. Almost certain to vote. Again, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. This is among registered voters. Look at this. Look at Kamala Harris now compared to where Joe Biden was back in May. In fact, 62% of Joe Biden voters said they were almost certain to turn out and vote. Now,
It's gone down.
it's actually gone down a little bit. I would call this in the same general area at 61%, but it's basically unchanged. And look at Donald Trump. He was at 58% in May. He's actually gone up a little bit now. He's at 60% now. Again, basically no real change. So the bottom line here is, yes, there may be more enthusiasm for Kamala Harris, but the fact is we're not seeing that necessarily translate in the almost certain vote. And one little other note, Sarah, I will note this. Donald Trump is more popular today than he was on August 13th in either 2020 or 2016. So the bottom line is, yes, Kamala Harris is doing better in the polls, but there's a long way to go. The polls can shift. The almost certain to vote hasn't actually shifted, and Donald Trump is more popular than he was at either 2016 or 2020 at this point.
And you could bet your bottom dollar that they did not want to hear that this morning, as the media has continued to do their best to elevate Kamala. You see the Time Magazine articles about her already, and they're doing everything they can, right? Even with all of that, all of the positive press that she's receiving hasn't moved. The needle hasn't moved. And it's only going to get worse for Kamala Harris from this point forward. We have the DNC convention coming up next Monday. She is going to be forced to speak. And then after that, we're going to be in September, 2 months away from the election. And there's going to be debates, and she's going to be forced to do interviews. It's going to reveal who the real Kamala Harris is, and the country that remembers, I guess many people have forgotten how unpopular she was back in 2020, will be reminded of how terrible of a candidate she actually is. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys follow me on all my social media, all linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.